Hi and welcome to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. We're here for the DeepRacer Live today. I'm Sean Ray, your host, and with me is Sunil Malia.
Hey guys.
He's the team leader behind the DeepRacer that we see behind us. So we've had a bit of racing already and we're getting up to the finals. So I thought I'd bring Sunil on the program to talk a little bit about what's going on and what's behind the DeepRacer. So welcome to the show, Sunil.
Thank you, Sean. Excited to be here. It's fun to see people driving, or rather self-driving autonomous cars, programming them with reinforcement learning.
Yeah, so like last year in Summits, we did a bit of a Robocar hackathon where we were doing this type of thing. Right. But the cars seem very different this year. Can you tell a little bit about the difference?
Yeah, absolutely. So Robocar Rally, which we did last year, used the technique called as behavioral cloning or imitation learning. And this year, we actually use a technique called reinforcement learning. We're actually learning from in a simulator that's completely hosted on AWS. And we're learning through, it's a slightly different way of learning. Imitation learning is an expert drives and you learn from the actions of the driver. So it sort of makes it like, if you're a bad driver, you're going to learn bad behavior. Mm-hmm. And your model is actually only going to be as good as you, an expert, can drive. But another way is actually learning from both positive and negative examples that you see here. So you're actually reinforcing good behavior and incentivizing the car to do that. And we do that in a simulator that's hosted on AWS RoboMaker. And that's how the car learns. And we have reinforcement learning being powered by Amazon SageMaker. Mm-hmm. And that's how the car learns.
Okay, so that's quite different. We just saw a couple of races. We've got some very tight, you probably can't see the scoreboard behind us, but the top two teams are actually at 17 seconds and 17.8 seconds. So very tight racing. Do we expect that kind of result here today?
Oh, absolutely. I think people are getting really smart with, I'm actually amazed at how fast people have learned, which is what I hoped. And it's good to see that people are coming up with creative reward functions and building these reinforcement learning models. Now we can see it reflected on the board where the top three are like half a second apart. And I think this is what we wanted to bring to table, is do the undifferentiated heavy lifting of building the algorithms where they're easy for developers to access. And in this case, the developers focus on a reward function to reward good behavior. So just like you teach a baby on what's good and bad by giving a cookie or politely talking to the baby to not do something, we incentivize the behavior to go fast and take good turns and so on, and that's being reinforced, and that's how the car learns.
Cool. So very exciting. What if people aren't already at the Garden Arena? Can they come down and get involved?
Oh, absolutely. So come on in. We have a sign-up sheet for you, even if you don't have access to the service. You can actually go through our UI, produce models. We have stations here, and then you can take the model and train or test on a real track. We'll get you 4 minutes of your track time. And it's pretty exciting. I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. And what about if you're not coming down here or you can't come because of schedule conflicts? Is there anything about the DeepRacer going on or other AI things that you want to call out for the people?
Yeah, so we're going to have global summits. So people are not, let's say, physically here or can't make it here. All around the world, as Andy Jassy mentioned, we're going to have a lot of these summits all over the world. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have workshops as well. So we really want to empower developers to learn this new technology and apply that into their business. So it's a fun and hands-on way of learning a new technology.
Cool, and I think the culmination after the summits is you'll come back to reInvent and actually race against people around the world.
Yeah, the champions are going to get free tickets to reInvent, and we're going to have a big race next year as well.
Okay, so thanks for joining me today, Sunil. Come down and get involved, and back over to you.
Thanks, Sean.
Cheers.